I kiss him again, trying to get things going, but he just waves me away. Sensitive, he warns. Yeah, I say as I rub the end of my nose against his. I curl myself around his arm. So, how is it this time? Did I do good? Well, he says, closing his eyes. Well, I repeat. Well, what? Did I do well? He corrects me, and I smack his cheek lightly. Oh yes, thank you for that grammar lesson, Professor. I whisper in his ear before giving it a playful nip. He just chuckles. We're going to have to slow down, he says. I think you are quickly becoming insatiable. Me? I ask. My face is turning scarlet. I'm not the one who initiated this morning. That was you. You were the one who was grinding on me and moaning all through the night, he says. Well, you were touching me. I look away. I couldn't help myself. He murmurs something as he starts to kiss my neck. Look at you. I haven't gotten any work done. We're on break. You're not supposed to be getting any work done. I push his face away playfully. Besides, I'm pretty sure this is actually healthy for both of us. You haven't had any real physical contact with anyone for over a decade, and I'm a hormonal teenage girl. He raises an eyebrow. Insatiable. I smirk at him as I bend down to kiss him again. Instead, he just rolls over, trapping me beneath him as he kisses me. I kiss him softly, playfully, enjoying the natural rhythm we seem to have developed with each other. The physical intimacy that we had finally developed between us had been hard-earned. We only shared a first kiss a year ago, and since that time, so much had happened. Over the course of the year, our relationship had been tested again and again after Damien wiped my memories of us. But Hieronymous never stopped protecting me or caring for me, even when I couldn't remember the bond we shared. He never gave up on me, and in the end, I almost died for him. No, this intimacy was hard fought, but it was ever so worth it. We should take a shower, he says at length, rolling off of me. We? I ask, eyebrows raised. Okay, I mean I should take a shower, he says, and then you should. We should both shower, separately. I love when he gets flustered. I rarely ever see it happen, and it's a moment to treasure when it does. Separately, I echo, after we've just done all of that? You're very... He glances at me, naked, lying on his bed, and he has to look away from me. Distracting. I pout at him and stretch out the length of the bed, sliding towards him slightly on my stomach. He wets his lower lip with his tongue and looks away again. He's not ready yet, but he might be if I keep taunting him. Thank you for proving my point, he says after a minute. I was thinking after we could take a walk of the grounds. It's been 3 days and we haven't stepped foot outdoors. A walk, I echo? You mean on the trails? I still hadn't been on the trails since I found out it was the place where Damien attacked me and wiped my memories. And I had only very recently been back to the gym, once where Damien almost killed me. It wasn't as unnerving and uncomfortable as I expected it to be, but it still wasn't a place I would willingly go anytime soon. If you're up for it, he says, smirking at me. Like, what? Did he just think all of the sex we just had recently would erase all of the bad stuff that had happened to me? Stepping outside was dangerous. Bad things could still happen. I think I'd rather... Can't we just stay in here and have sex all day? I call after him. In response, he shuts the bathroom door firmly behind him. I sit up and huff, crossing my arms across my chest. Looks like shower sex would have to wait for another day. After we are both showered and dressed, we walk around the trails. There are still a fair amount of people on campus, but for the most part, the trails were mostly deserted, and we were undisturbed as we walked slowly through the trails, surrounded on either side by thick green foliage. How are you doing? He asks at length. Fine. I shrug. I mean, I know nothing's going to happen to me. It's broad daylight, and you're standing right here. And if I wasn't, then Then I wouldn't be walking through the trails. I would just take the main pathway if I ever needed to get to campus. True, but the trails do cut down your walk by at least 1/4 of a mile, which can be beneficial, especially since I know how long it takes you to wake up in the morning. I snort. I don't mind taking the long way. It's good exercise. To be honest, I don't really want to talk about this. I want to leave it all in the past where it belongs. Right now, I just want to be curled up with Hieronymous in bed, reading or writing or enjoying the many other physical activities that we could be doing. You seem uncomfortable, he notices, and I let out a long sigh. Sometimes it's easy to forget how ridiculously attentive he is to my behavior, whether it's the way I hold myself or how long it takes me to answer a question. Well, I just don't understand the point of this, I sigh, either unable or unwilling to hide the edge in my voice. Damien's gone and he's not coming back. I'll get over it sooner or later. I don't know what's the point in trying to make me get over it sooner. He looks at me, almost surprised. It was merely a suggestion on my part. I simply figured after spending so much time indoors that you perhaps wanted to go outside. I know how restless you can get. Yeah, but... I shrug. He had a point. He suggested it, and I went along with it. I never told him no at any time. I don't know, this doesn't seem like really a challenge to me. Maybe going through here at night and alone would be a better test of my bravery. The fact that you are willing to come here, or to the gym, at all, is a testament to your bravery. For some reason, this rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, but why? I ask. He arches an eyebrow and I rephrase the question. Am I a brave person? He smiles to himself. Do you even have to ask? Yes, I insist. Then yes, you are. Okay, but why? What have I done that's ever so brave? He opens his mouth to speak, but I keep going. No, I mean it. Think about it. What's the bravest thing I've ever done? Not die, because I'm pretty sure that's a testament to my endurance for pain than it is for bravery. When I jumped out the window and teleported to the beach, because the more I think that over, the more I think that was downright stupid. He chuckles. I've never been inclined to believe that either of those events were your bravest moments, although I can wholeheartedly agree that the latter was by far the stupidest thing I've ever seen you do. I'm surprised you managed to even teleport that far. Well, I have an excellent professor for blue magic, I say seriously, and we both laugh. But seriously though, if I'm such a brave person, as you say, what is the bravest thing I've ever done? He pauses for a moment and a smile touches his lips as if he's recalling a happy memory. The night of the May Day ball, he says quietly. The night last year, he continues. The night of the May Day ball your freshman year when you asked me to kiss you. My cheeks flush and I have to look away. You were so very bashful, he goes on. I had told you that my actions had fostered an inappropriate relationship between us, but you didn't care. You knew what you wanted and you went ahead and asked for it anyway, even though you had every reason to believe that you would be rejected. I can feel my cheeks growing hot, but you still kissed me. He shakes his head. Unfortunately, my affections for you had been growing steadily. I was determined to end things there, but it seems I was unable to deny such a request. You can be quite persuasive when you want to be, with all of your little speeches. I'm pretty sure that's my best trait, I say with a smirk as I reach out and take his hand. And see, things didn't end up so badly after all, did they? He sighs. Things haven't ended yet, though. Have they? Nope, I say, just as confidently. And they're not going to, because if my best trait is my speech-making, then my second best trait is my stubbornness. I smile at him. I'm not going anywhere. Looks like you're stuck with me. He shakes his head and lets out a little laugh, squeezing my hand just a little bit tighter. And I am bound to you, Mrs. Grabiner. I bite my lip as I feel desire igniting like a spark deep within me. Can we go back to the room now? He just smirks in my direction. See? Insatiable.